Hey guys, Frank Rich here from MASSTHETICMUSCLE.com, and in today's video we're going to talk about what is better for building muscle, cables or free weights. Now I'm sure we've all been told, read, or maybe heard somewhere in the past that in order to effectively build muscle we need to be training with heavy free weights, and then when it comes to cutting or leaning out we need to be training with cables. And now while that's not technically 100% wrong, I want to explain to you what's going to be the most optimal way for you to build the dream physique that you're looking to build. Now, we've discussed in previous videos and talked before about strength curves and resistance profiles. Basically, just to kind of recap on that, what that means is every movement that we do has a certain type of resistance or load that is going to apply throughout that movement. And what our muscles are going to respond to is that tension that we can apply through that curve or through that profile. Now, to answer that question, what's going to be most effective, before we kind of break it down, I'm going to tell you that it doesn't really matter. It's going to be both, it's going to be one or the other, and then it's more likely probably going to be cables are going to be one of your biggest tools. It's going to be the most effective for you. Now, when we talk about a free weight, or when we look at its resistance profile, we know that the free weight or the dumbbell is basically working against gravity. So this load, this tension, the only way that it's applying any type of force is directly down. If I drop it, it's going to fall straight to the floor. So if I'm standing here, and I'm using the biceps as an example to explain this, but this is going to apply to all of our muscles. So if I stand here in a fully lengthened bicep, fully stretched position, there's no force being applied to this muscle. This load, this tension is running directly down. Now the minute I start to curl, that's now generating force and putting tension through the muscle. So with a dumbbell curl, the most amount of force, the most tension is going to be here within the mid-range. If I get it up here, where I see a lot of people ending their dumbbell bicep curls, once again, this force is going straight down. And if we look what's directly underneath this dumbbell, it's my elbow. So that means all that force, all that tension is being applied through my joint. Basically, my bicep is resting at this point, and the elbow is carrying all the load. So where I'm really getting the most benefit with a dumbbell is going to be from about maybe 5 to 10 degrees up to about an 80 degree. Okay? Now, that's a great place to work the bicep. It's going to be great for strength building. There's going to be some benefits to building muscle, but also we're really, really strong here. So this movement, we can do a lot of weight, we can carry a lot of load. Now, the bicep has a few other functions in it. A fully lengthened or fully stretched bicep is going to be back here. So our arm slightly behind us, elbow fully locked, tricep is engaged. So this is going to be where our bicep is fully lengthened. We want to work here. This is where we're going to be most weakest. This is where we have one of the greatest opportunities to stimulate new muscle fiber growth, to really ignite a new type of growth. And then a fully flexed or fully contracted bicep is going to be up here. Elbow flexion, shoulder flexion, this is going to be where it's most shortened. Once again, a great opportunity for us to stimulate new growth, to generate new muscle fibers. So in order for us to fully develop our biceps to its peak or to its maximum ability, we want to be able to work it here, and we want to be able to work it here. The only way you're going to be able to do that is using a cable. So if I grab my cable, the further I step away from here, what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to create a 90-degree angle with the cable handle here. So here, now I have some tension actually running through the bicep in the lengthened position. As I curl it up, it gets a little bit easier here. But once again, this is where we worked it with the dumbbells first. So our advantage of working it further away from the cable here is really working it in that lengthened position. Now, if I want to get in the shortened position, the shortened range, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get in the position where I can get my elbow above my shoulder, and I can get my shoulder fully flexed. So here I have shoulder flexion, elbow flexion, really working that bicep in its peak contraction. Okay, not a whole lot of tension being applied here, not much to the mid-range, but really working it through the shortened range. Okay, so if we think about how we can structure or how we can actually plan out our workout or our biceps training, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to work it through the extremes first. So we would start with something where we can work it here first. What that's going to do is where our body is weak, it's going to ignite, it's going to signal our central nervous system to generate new muscle fiber growth. So by working it here first, okay, we're tapping into new muscle fiber growth, really generating a lot of central nervous response. Then from there, we want to go into a lengthened position. Once again, where we're really, really weak. Okay, it's not going to require us to work with a lot of load. It's not going to be a lot of weight. But once again, we're firing the central nervous system. We're looking to generate new muscle fiber growth. So we would go shorten first, then lengthen. Then we can move on to our free weights. Much heavier loads, much heavier weights, and really think about working it through that mid range. Okay. So I don't want to tell you that one is going to be better than the other, because the most optimal way for you to generate your biggest biceps, to get the most out of your training, is going to be able to work with both of them. If you had the option to only work with one though, my recommendation, my truest opinion would be to work with cables. If literally you were said, okay, choose one or the other, I would say choose cables, because you're only going to be able to work it here with cables. You're going to be able to work it here with cables. And then how you manipulate your body positioning. Okay, if I were to stand here, okay, now I can work it through the short range. So why free weights are great. They need to be a part of your training if you're looking to build your ultimate physique, if you're looking to build your MASSTHETIC physique. I really feel that you're going to need both to get the most out of your training. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was insightful to you. I hope it maybe answers some questions about what's going to be the most effective way for you to build muscle. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, as we are coming out with new videos every single week. And if you're looking for a way to accelerate your muscle growth, click the link in the bio, because we are giving away 1 free week of workout that's going to take you through all these different types of trainings that we're discussing in here. So hit the link in the bio, download that free report, make sure to share this video with anybody that you think could benefit from it. Frank Rich coming at you again with a new video. I'll talk to you guys soon.